Yo guys, what's up? It's me, Fang I3anger. In this video, I'm going to be bringing you another FIFA 13 career mode. Here we are a manager for West Ham United. I am manager Fang I3anger, and right now we're sitting at in fourth place, it looks like, in the top of the table in the Barclays Premier League. We've had a great start to the season so far, a bunch of wins, a couple of draws, and 0 losses, which is pretty exciting. I have now found out that since I can hit the right bumper, I can find out their energy and if they're a little too tired and if they might be close to injury or something like that to where I don't need to be playing them. Thank you to all of those that pointed that out for me. I do know it was probably silly of me to think that form was that, but I've never played career mode, so, don't judge me. Anyway, we started out this episode of the career mode, though, going up against Arsenal. That was going to be our first match. There was not a whole lot going on between the matches, a lot in this episode at least, but we're going to play Arsenal, and they are a rough team to play, I would say. They've got Walcott, they've got Podolski. It's going to be really hard, or at least I thought it was, and it actually was very, very hard. Started out the game pretty badly with an 8th-minute goal from Podolski, which ended up getting even worse. There was a huge striker of a shot right here from Santi Cazorla, which happened in like the 39th minute, and I needed to get my guys back in it, but it was really hard. I had some troubles marking them. They did a lot of crosses and headers, and for some reason this went in. I really thought he made the save right there. Unfortunately, he didn't. Wilshere was able to make the goal, and I figured I had to make some kind of change. It seemed as though maybe some people were getting tired, and I needed like serious attacking if I was going to score at all. Running the 4-2-3-1, I bring in Benayoun, and then I decide to also, I believe, bring in Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay is a young player, but he's quick, and he's pretty good, so I thought I'd be able to use him to at least burn up the left wing and possibly get some crosses in to do some headers of my own. Unfortunately, that was not the case, though. As you see there, Andy Carroll in the 90th minute trying to score a goal. He unfortunately missed by a lot, but we were able to get the ball back after the corner kick. I guess that deflected off that guy's butt or something. I don't know. But Nolan gets a nice little pass here to Diame, and Diame was able to bank in quite a nice goal in the 90th minute, which means we did not go down without a fight. All right, it was not 3-0. It was 3-1. Our first loss of the season. It was actually semi-devastating. But hey, everybody has to lose sometime. And unfortunately, we take our first loss of the season to Arsenal. And I'm deciding at this point in the season, that formation was really not working out to my benefit. I'm going to go into the next game playing Queen's Park Rangers, and I decide I got to motivate my team. I'm going to go into a press conference. I'm going to tell my team how great they're doing. And apparently, I guess some players are going to go on international duty. I got to watch out for them. Reed is one of them. He's going to be obviously going back home to play for his team sometime. So I got to make sure that I have some people on the bench so that he's not playing the whole game and he's not tiring. And if he is getting a little too tired, I'll have somebody that'll be able to be in his place. So that's pretty much what is going on from there. I believe I keep the same formation this time. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like Sergio Moreno, still my prospect. He can be a 94, possible 94. I really hope I get that kid. I'm going to have to be watching him, obviously, for the next couple of years. He's going to obviously, hopefully be on my youth academy. And then I decided to try to go in to my manager's office. And somebody was saying, you need to get rid of some of your players. You need to free up some of your money. You've got too many on your roster. Whenever you say that, or whatever you mean by that, I guess I put a lot on transfer list. I don't know if you actually just want to straight up just release a player and try to take the income from that. Does that really affect you, or could you get way more money, or is there a possibility that nobody's ever gonna request them for a transfer and it doesn't matter anyway? Should I just be releasing them and getting that $60,000 or $40,000? I really would like to know somebody's point of view on that, because that's something that I don't really know what's going on. But I did decide to change the formation to a 3-5-2. Apparently, I did that in Ultimate Team yesterday, and it was going really well. So I was like, oh, well, I might as well try to do it on career mode and see how it goes for me. Try to do a little bit more of an attacking, have 5 people in the midfield, and hopefully my 3 center backs in the back can do a little bit of work. Although I do have a really young right center back in Jordan Spence, but he's been doing phenomenal for most of these games, so I don't feel like I have to worry too much about him. Hopefully he will show up to the caliber that I know that he can. So we go into the next match against the Queen's Park Rangers, QPR. Wow, tongue twister there, not really. And we start out real hot. Collison gets a nice 45th minute goal, a little bit of scripting on our side, but sometimes you need that kind of luck. And it was really exciting for him to start out that way. We held them pretty much the entire game past that. Sort of towards the end of the game, there was a lot of my players that were tiring out, so I needed to bring in some subs, bring in Ben Ayoun. I believe I bring in Win, and we hold them into the 86th minute. It's 1-0. Thinking we're going to win, and something like this happens. That's what I'm talking about. In world class, all they do is cross for headers. And just to make it even worse, 90th minute, Jay Park. I was so heated right here. 90th minute after I'm winning the entire time. Queens Park Rangers comes back. We have a little bit of time left. We had a little bit of stoppage time. Hopefully, we were going to be able to tie this up at least, go out with a draw. Completely screws that up, though. Hits the wall. The ball goes back. Win, who is super quick, by the way. I really do like Win. Unfortunately, though, maybe me putting him in was the reason why they scored those 2 goals. Maybe he wasn't ready. I'm not entirely sure. But Noble gets a pass over here to Collison. And Collison gets a nice pass in there to Andy Carroll, who's, you would hope, would be able to somehow pull that off and get some kind of shot on world class. It's not going to happen, though. And we take another loss. It's very devastating. We thought we were going to win that one. And that brings my players, like, hopes and dreams down. Diame is doing really great for my team. They're pointing that out. That's like a big deal, but we've now lost 2 games in a row. We were in the top of the table. Now we've moved down to 7th. We're like Arsenal's level, and I can't believe we lost that game. It was very unfortunate. I've got to do something to get it going. Apparently Reed is a little unsettled being on the team, which is not good for me. I need him as a center back. I don't feel like I should start Win right now. I need him to be on the team. I'm not sure what I can do to make him feel better or more at home. That's something I'm going to have to try to figure out. But apparently he is homesick, and that is not going to be good, anything good for me. So hopefully I get to keep him on the team, and I got to do something. I got to change something up to make this start working, because that formation obviously was not doing it for me. Maybe some of these players are just... Maybe I'm not playing the right people, but I think I am. I feel like I am. I think that was just lucky of them to get that in the end. My next match is going to be against Southampton, who is like the worst of the worst in last place. So hopefully getting a victory up there will be able to maybe pump my team up, bring them back to the form that they were before, and get them going. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I guess I decided to stay with the 3-5-2. Really, I think a big problem for me is I'm missing Maiga, who is one of my, top performers. He's still got the torn calf muscle, so hopefully he'll get better, he'll heal up, and he can come back and play for West Ham. Get on my bench at least. I'll put you in the substitutes. I need him to heal. But we go up against Southampton, and I'm thinking, the team's thinking, this is going to be an easy little game for us. We're going to come out here, and we're just going to win this one and get back to the way we were. Unfortunately, Lambert had something else to say about that with that crazy cross to the header. And then again with Rodriguez and a 58th minute goal, we're down 2-0. We cannot lose to this team, and we are not going to go down without a fight. We've got Carlton Cole right there, getting the 6th shot. He's just putting it in there. Please give it to me. And in the 70th minute, Jarvis. Thank you. I was so excited about that. And that was a really nice goal. That's one of the better goals that I've made playing on World Class. I couldn't believe I was able to get around here. Jarvis is just a really quick player, so I was able to get that. And I didn't want to just have a draw. I mean, they are at the bottom table. Like, they probably could be relegated. And I'm sitting here drawed with them. So I'm like, come on, team. We've got to get something going here. We need some players playing. Obviously, I need a little bit of defense so that they don't score, but I also need to attack. I need to win this game. And so I go out, I try my heart out, and unfortunately the team was unable to pull off the victory. We did get the draw. We do get 1 point, and that's not going to do it for us. We need more points than that. We need to get 3 points. We need to be at the top of the table. I know that our goal is only to be in the middle of the table, but I want to go above and beyond. So it was a very unfortunate, this was a disheartening episode of games, I must say, but you are going to lose sometimes. I think I'm going to put out another episode tomorrow, though, where I show you that it can be turned around as quickly as it is lost. And that's going to be out tomorrow. That's going to be an episode, so be sure to look forward to that one. I hope you enjoyed this episode. World Class, I do like it. It is a lot tougher. I know I'm going to lose some and win some, and I guess that's more realistic. So I'm going to keep it on world class. We're going to play that way, though. And we're going to go into our next game, next episode against Chelsea, and that's going to be in the Capital One Cup. Take a guess on what you think is going to happen. Until next time, get Fang Bang, nerds.